Hi guys, it's Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot here to do a masculine reading. This is going to be interesting. Masculines, when I talk about the masculine energies, I do talk about, these are energies. And the reason why I actually do talk about them too is because the masculine actually represents our outer world at the moment, the patriarchal world that we're living in at the moment. So, yeah, interesting. We'll have a look and see what's going on with the masculine energies this week. Hang on a minute. Sorry, someone was just ringing. Okay, let's have a look and see what's going on with the masculine energies this week. Okay, so there's a connection they're starting to connect to their heart center. Interesting. So the masculine energy, it's beginning to enter into the heart center here. They've been clearing out a lot of the lower chakras, the lower root energy system here, and the sacrum as well. That's starting to solar plexus, all of that. It's all beginning to come up through these levels. And yeah, and beginning to actually shine out from their heart. What's hidden is the fact that they are feeling very kind of pushed out. Oh, actually, no. Okay. So this has got to do with the financial system that's going on at the moment. As the masculine energies begin to really transform and change, their alliance on the 3D matrix world and also to the financial system that has kept us enslaved for a millennium, that is beginning to really fall. And the masculines are really feeling the brunt of that. They're really going, and a lot of them have been going through a dark night of the soul as they really begin to see just how their material world is beginning to crumble and fall, and they have nothing to hold on to, literally nothing. They've been, in the original tarot of the Five of Pentacles, it is two ragged people in the snow, barefoot in the snow, kept out of the church. The light from the church is coming through, which is very, very warm and loving, but they are not allowed to enter that church. So it's like, it literally means financial destitution as well. And that is occurring. And for a lot of the masculines too, they're having to look at themselves in the mirror. And it's interesting, in the mirror there, the third eye is completely open. But that's just a reflection. And the masculine himself has literally kept that third eye shut. And that leads to emotional deprivation and spiritual deprivation. Because he has literally closed off all of the other centers of intuition that lead up to the awakening of this, the opening of this. And because of that, he has kept himself separate from the God source presence that lies within, and therefore has kept himself away from and separated from his God source on an outer level as well. He's literally seen the 3D matrix world as his God and has ignored the inner workings of the God presence within. Interesting. Okay, so there is abundance that, oh, look at that, wow. Okay. Well, what I'm getting is that the masculine is now looking to the feminine. He's very, very much in love with the feminine, but has kept himself separated from the feminine. because of the matrix hold on him, the matrix, the 3D matrix world hold on him of addiction, of separation from the God source, all of that, any type of addiction that he's actually had that's related to the 3D matrix world that has literally captured him and not let him go. It's like literally entwined him in its web and hasn't let him go. But he's very, very much in love with his feminine, and he's looking to the feminine now as his heart begins to awaken and open, and he's cleared out a lot of the lower chakras, the lower energy centers. He's now really starting to see that this part here will begin to open up to his feminine and to something other than that 3D matrix world that has kept him trapped. So he's starting to see that the abundance that he has is literally in his feminine. Yeah, so that's the masculine at the moment. Like really, really, they're going through some massive change, but it's going to be amazing. Like when they come out. So yes, they're looking to the feminine and really beginning to open up that third eye, and also come from that heart center, which is very much needed for the masculine to come out of the matrix of the 3D matrix world that we live in, that we are now moving out of. He wants to come into balance. Do you know, the thing is with the masculine, he just wants balance. He craves balance now because he's been out of balance for so long. He just wants balance in his life, and that is beginning to occur, starting to happen. But I think he's realized too that fear and anxiety literally comes from that particular strain of being separate from the rest of the world, and also to his heart center, and separate from God. So once he begins to go within and become a lot more closer to God through opening up his heart center, that's when things will begin to occur, and that is when change will begin to happen. That's also when balance will occur as well. Beautiful, beautiful energies. So he's taking some big steps forward, really. And also as his heart begins to open up, then this too will begin to awaken and open up. That's really all I have for the masculine. Big changes are happening with the masculine, which is great, it's starting to really come into their own. And it's because they have recognized the separation that has occurred and been, literally his whole life, has been about separation from source and connection to that 3D matrix world. But that is now, he's now starting to loosen his hold. He's starting to loosen the hold that he has on that cliff face as it crumbles and falls. He's starting to literally have faith in letting go of that crumbling cliff face, and letting go and letting God, and allowing that all that is, the God presence, to catch him as he falls. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so that's all I have for masculine this week, and I shall see you again next week. Bye for now.